We're back. I don't know what's going on with my eyes. They look so weird. Probably tired. Okay, so we are talking about the Art of Transparency tour, the 2019 tour. Each day this week, except for Thursday, I'll have one of the speakers to come on live and talk about the tour. No, ma'am. I still can't invite you. See if you can invite and see if you can send me a link. Otherwise, we're going to have to figure something else out another day. I still can't invite you. So I'm trying to add Willa J. But for whatever reason, it's not letting me add her on. She's here. I see her here. So, Kendria, when you come on, it says bring them on camera. Hers does not. And then when I hit the button of who to add, you have an add button next to your name. She doesn't. Ada has an add button. Everybody has an add button except for Willa. We did this yesterday. Right. I see all of that, but she's not there. She's not there. She has, I think she got an iPhone too. I don't even think it has anything to do with the phone. I do know you have to be on a phone. You cannot be on a computer. You can't be on a tablet. You have to be on a phone. Hey everybody. So what's happening is we are trying to add Willa from one of the speakers for the Art of Transparency 2019 tour. But somehow it's not adding her. So we are trying here. My eyes. Do I still look frozen? My eyes look tired, like I've been crying. I ain't cried today. So I can see everybody except for Willa. Kendria, I can't add you either now. I don't know what you changed, but I can't add you either. Um, hey, hey. Not at all. No, I ended up hiring a company. They did a horrible job. unfortunately. So I will not be hiring them again. Um, well, we were waiting on Willa to be able to come on. She's here. I can see her, but unfortunately, she's not. I can't add her to my live. um, so we're really talking about the 2019 tour and um, the Memphis speakers were supposed to come on all week, and yesterday we had Deborah. She's originally from Chicago, but she's out in Arizona now, and she's a Memphis speaker. And then, hey boo, and tonight was Willa, but somehow we can't get her to be added. I don't know what happened. So pretty much the tour consists of Memphis, which is February. We've got Houston in March. Houston, after Houston is Milwaukee in April. I do not. I do not. I got on lip gloss. Milwaukee in April. Who is this? Hi, son. Hi, my lovey. Oh, Jesus. Renee coming, y'all. Renee coming. We got Milwaukee in April. We're here in Chicago in May for our Mother's Day tour. Help me, Jesus.
Well, since Willa can't come on, I figure I'll bother you.
So after May is what? June is St. Louis, and
Very
then
good.
July is
Go ahead, girl.
Charlotte, North
All right now.
Carolina.
Get it.
And August is Atlanta. And then we have our huge award ceremony in September and our breast cancer and domestic violence awareness event in October. And then we are on the cruise in November. Boom, I got them
all. Girl, kudos. High five.
That never happened.
High five.
That never happened. So we're just kind of talking about, why we chose to be on the tour together and those that joined me on this tour, why they chose to join me. I know Willa has a story. Renee and I were gonna do our story on Saturday, but since she on here,
I was bullied onto the tour.
See, that's why you can't let her on your live. That's why you can't let her on your live, because I promise she ain't right, y'all.
What? Disrespectful.
So Renee, how was the since we're here, how was the book signing? Because I'm scared of snow.
Are you really gonna ask me that?
I am scared of snow.
No, I'm just saying. Are you really gonna ask me that? Really? That's what you're gonna do? You gonna put yourself on blast? I told you I was gonna wait till Saturday, but you gonna put yourself on blast. So let me help you out. No, actually, as the host of the Out of Transparency radio show says, it was amazing. No, actually, let's see. I did my Facebook Live earlier, and I still say, words really can't describe how I feel about it. First of all, it still seems so surreal, so unreal, that I'm still getting used to calling myself an author. So
we have this conversation every time.
Fix your face. So for me, because I can't see what the people saying. Hold on. So, for me, it's and
now you buffering. This is crazy.
Because because somebody just inboxed me. It's okay. We all right. See, I'm better now, right? Right.
Yeah.
So, just to be, I'm humbled. I've said on the radio show, and I've said, and people who actually know me, I don't like being out in the forefront. So this is really something new for me. I'm a behind the scenes person. I have a servant's heart. And what I really was doing stuff for My Voice Matters. It didn't really have anything to do with Renee, but I can't put, I mean, I guess I could have ghostwritten and said For My Voice Matters is the author, but at the same time, people who know that For My Voice Matters belongs to me would know it's still me. So
yeah,
with that being said,
right.
Hey everybody who's logging on, I love you guys. Just it's just like I said, it's still just trying to believe that everything is happening the way it's happening, because everything for me is happening so fast. I mean, for you, I know you did the tour a couple years ago, and you've been building on it since then, and God has given you different vision for it, and I get that. For me, it's like, and I can't say it enough. I think I said it on our first radio show. It feels like I've been catapulted, like out of nowhere. Because like for the first part of the year, for the last 3 years, well, even the last three, I'll just say the last 3 years as a whole. Whenever I do anything, it's in the month of October or September leading up to Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I may have a speaking engagement here. I may have a small speaking engagement there. I'll do my own event just to bring awareness. But it's like after I stepped out on faith and became a part of Yamina's, well, actually, I'll go back. I give Yamina a lot of credit, but I need to give Chantel Branch a lot of credit too, because she invited me to be a part of her documentary that I was in. My
But which one was first? I think the
documentary.
I guess
the documentary
rehearsals.
Well, the documentary was actually done first. We did the documentary in July. Yeah, we filmed the documentary in July.
Oh, filmed it. Okay.
We filmed it, and then she didn't start.
Right.
She didn't start showing. She started showing it right around the time of Yamina's conference. So they both,
right.
I would say, they both came out about the same time. But as far as just like doors opening up for me, I really think that me stepping out on faith and trusting Chantel to make this documentary come to life, that's what kind of catapulted me to start. I mean, where everything just became a snowball effect, and it just seemed like where I didn't have anything on my calendar at first. I promise you, like from like March, I didn't have nothing on my calendar. I want to say right after the conference, back to back to back to back to back. It started with even though I didn't get on her show until October, she was the first one to approach me, which was Takara. Takara asked me to be on her show, and they told me she wanted to be a part of something that she was doing as well in Domestic Violence Awareness Month. But somebody else called me after that to do something before her show. And then it just seemed like every weekend, Fridays, Saturdays were booked up, some Sundays, and I couldn't see straight. And then I ran into you for the second time, even though you didn't remember me. I keep putting you on blast about that too.
Yeah, I did.
You did not remember me right away. When I approached you,
I didn't remember your name, but I remembered I knew you. Help me, Jesus.
So like I was saying, when I ran into you at Chantel's live museum and release of the documentary, I kind of bugged you, and then after that we inboxed. I don't even know how it really started, but we inboxed each other a couple times, and then you were telling me what was going on.
It just it was a snowball effect too.
Right. But I think our relationship really started off more as I wasn't really trying to necessarily be a part of the tour. You were asking for help or asking for suggestions, and I was just throwing out suggestions to do or whatever have you. Then we just started conversing more, and then it went from there. Then I decided, okay, well, God had spoke to me and just basically said, I need, if you want to get out there the way you want the organization to get out there, you got to step out on faith and do something. So then I decided to join the tour, which I was like, and I did it anyway. And then you came at the radio show, and that's my fault too, because you actually just, even though you said you were going to ask me, you put it out there like, well, does anybody want to do it? And like an idiot, I said yes. And you're like, well, I was going to ask you anyway. And I was just like, no.
These lies off the chain.
You so silly. So,
they just be having their own mind and everything. Like, okay, well, go ahead.
So I'm excited about the 23rd. I'm nervous all at the same time.
Me too.
We're going in front of, I believe that because you've been, I don't know how many of these cities you've actually been to on your first tour, but Memphis.
So the only two new cities are Atlanta and Charlotte. Oh, Texas. Texas is new too.
Okay. So, well, with Memphis, I would say, because you've been there before, and I'm not saying that you probably might get a whole new group of people. It probably won't be the same people, but the premise is you've been out there before. And not saying that you won't be nervous because it's the same thing again, but just for me, I've never done anything like this before. You know, I've never wrote a book before. I never even thought about writing a book before. Of course, people have been bugging me. Oh, I should say bugging me, encouraging me to write a book to tell my story. And I didn't think I could do it that fast, but of course, you know, it's God's time, not my time.
Yes.
And the fact being that the feedback that I've gotten, behind the scenes feedback, you know, not just from my family and friends, you know, you got family and friends, they kudos you and pat you on the back too, but then you got the ones that be like, man, I really didn't know you went through that. I really know that, you
really
know, so I've been getting that too. But just the support, the positive feedback, the suggestions of what I should do with the book now that it's out. Like I was on the live earlier saying that I might do a couple of Zooms for free, just to get more of the word out there. Kind of do like I might meet at a library or something, and you know, do a couple gatherings to discuss the book further. Somebody told me to take one section of the book and expand it further and make a second book, and so excuse me. So I've gotten several ideas, but as far like going back to the tour, since that's what we're supposed to be talking about, you know, I guess reality hit me because for me, I'm type person is I just like to, when I see something, I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because if I don't do it, I'll chicken or I'll talk myself out of it, or I'll sabotage myself out of it. So like, okay, so I could tell everybody on this live, Makita's very meticulous about bills and stuff like that. So when she got something she need to get done, she shoot you this invoice, right? So it just
do
seems like,
not do me online.
no, I'm not really. It's not that. It's really more so me. But I wanted to make sure that I was up to date and taking care of everything that I need to take care of on my end. But originally, I was not supposed to go to Memphis. And the only reason why I actually ended up in Houston was because my girlfriend is the one who invited us to Houston. And since it was my lead, somebody on the other side of this live said I had to go to Houston, even though I said I was not.
You gonna not go and you started Houston.
That was me just making a connection for you. You know, so I told you I'm a connector. I don't have to be a part of it.
Oh my gosh.
Behind the scenes. I was making it work behind the scenes. So I originally signed up to start in April. Yeah. Which was fine with me. That gave me plenty of time, get myself together. Well, when somebody said, well, I opened up Memphis and stretched out, you need to come with me. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine. Then
No. You
I volunteered.
I'm gonna go to Memphis anyway.
I'm fixing it. I'm gonna I said I wanted to go to support, even if I wasn't going to be a speaker. I wanted to try to go and support. That's what I did say. I'll correct it. I ain't gonna lie on you. But it sounded good the way I was telling it, didn't it?
It sounded good, but no.
Because it was my story and I was sticking to it. So no, before I asked her, I said, well, she said she had enough speakers for Memphis. And I said, well, you know, I really want to kind of see what it's like. I want to support. If I can get off the time, I'm gonna come on and come down anyway. And then all of a sudden, because, you know, God opened the door, moved, blessed, whatever he decided to do, he stretched the full day out. So now it's a full day event. So she needed more people to fill up the time. So I was sitting there like, well, you know, since I say I'm going to probably go, I might as well. So then all of a sudden when I said that, now mind you, I had already did what I had to do for Milwaukee. Milwaukee is just a drive up. It's up the street around the corner. But all of a sudden, I got invoices and emails, and I got to buy plane tickets, and I was
Who signed up for this?
I was just like, then all of a sudden,
like the person that has a ticket for all of the cities, and I don't even have a ticket. Oh, okay.
Wait, here we go. I don't necessarily. I love driving, but to be perfectly honest, let me just be real. This is another transparent moment. I can't, and I'm not saying I couldn't ride with you. I can't ride with everybody, and I get an attitude. So you know I got road rage.
Your road rage, no ma'am.
See, that's why I say so. I prefer to drive by myself. So when I get behind the wheel, and I could do like, people thought I was crazy because I went to Branson, Missouri, which is like 5.5. It's not really that far. It's like
5.5 hours away because this was an hour and a half away from me. Yeah,
I did it I did it in like 4.5, and because I wanted to get there, and people don't want to ride with me, which is fine. I understand it. So when I realized, okay, so one, I'm still talking about my work schedule too, because I can't necessarily get all the days
Willa,
off. I
whatever
didn't know
you're
what I was
doing,
doing.
don't stop because I can see you now. As soon as I finish this, I'm gonna get to you because
Oh,
we
well
got to
then, you
get
know
you
what?
in and out.
I'm gonna hang up because we can talk about this again on Saturday. We ain't gotta talk no more. Get her in here. Okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll finish. I decided since Memphis, I've won a lot of these places I cannot drive to because of my time, my work, and
Mm-hmm.
because of when I have to be back. And a lot of times, well, even though it's Memphis and Memphis really isn't that far of a drive, if I couldn't get off until 3:30, 4 o'clock, 2:30, 12, whatever on Friday, I still got to get myself together. I got to get on the road, which means it probably wouldn't put me into Memphis until about midnight, which means I'll be no good on Saturday, which means I had to turn around and come back on Sunday. So, of course, you look for cheap
I am
plane. Well,
so
I'm
not
sorry,
looking forward to the drive.
frugal. Look, you look for frugal plane tickets with my favorite company. Shout out to Southwest. Whoop, whoop. Because they have, I won't say, well, yeah, pretty much the best rates and the best deals. And the fact being that they love their customers enough that if something, God forbid, happens for whatever reason, they don't question you, whatever. As long as you cancel within 24 hours of your flight, you got good set credit you could use for 12 months. You heard me? You heard me. And I done did that a couple times. So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons, even though I'm spitting out, because I think our actuality, and I'm debating on St. Louis. I ain't bought St. Louis yet just because I'm not sure if I want to do that drive. But I have my plane tickets for Memphis, Houston, Charlotte. I'm working on Atlanta, but I had to see if
Because we
Boo.
don't
I
know
had to
what we're
see if
gonna do in Atlanta. We don't know if we're going for extra days or we just
well,
going
no,
to.
no, no, no. I know I'm going for extra days because Boo is going with me. So that's gonna be a little mini
Okay,
vacation.
so I'm gonna click. I'm gonna click you
So
off.
I'm sorry. I had to confirm that my better half decided that he wanted to take one of the tour dates with me. He wasn't sure which one, but because he has a very very good girlfriend, shout out to Vonnie if you're watching, that lives in Atlanta, and we usually go and spend time with her. We hadn't planned to spend time with her this year because I was touring, but usually
Right.
we go down there and spend time with her. But since we're going to Atlanta, and shout out to all the Atlanta crew because everybody's already told me they buying their tickets. So, and my people are coming over from Alabama to come see me as well. So I got Alabama coming in and Atlanta coming in, and we gonna have a good old time. I got family in Charlotte. So I'm gonna work this, y'all. I'm gonna work this, and I got people that told me from Louisiana they coming over to Houston. So woo woo, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. So, Atlanta's gonna be a mini vacation.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that because that's the last tour until the actual cruise.
Right. So
So I'm with that.
I'm looking at buying my flight for that Friday morning, early, early, early. Like
When do we
leaving the
leave?
airport for Atlanta. I don't
Oh
know.
no, no, no! You're talking about Atlanta. I'll be there
Yeah, I'm
Thursday.
talking about when I go to Atlanta. I said I'll
Yeah,
probably
I'll
leave
be
like
there
early,
Thursday,
early that Friday
and
morning.
then I'm
Or you gonna go
leaving
Thursday?
Sunday.
I'm gonna
Thursday
leave
through
Monday.
Sunday.
I'm
Okay,
going
so
Friday to Monday.
okay, so it's the same amount of time, just different days. That's fine. So, are you still with me, Willa?
Okay, I'm going.
Because if not, I'm getting off of here and I'm going to bed, y'all. Because I'm tired. My eyes is weak.
Ain't nothing wrong with you. Hey, cousin Lindsay.
So, Willa, you
Ain't nothing
still
wrong.
here? Let me hit her up on here. Let me tell y'all how I like this computer thing.
Nope.
So Saturday you can catch me and
No, you can't. I'm calling in sick. Did you shake your head?
yes, I did. Because you always trying to leave somebody.
I just want
Okay,
you to
so
know that
Willa is here.
if the weather is anything like it was today, I'm not coming Saturday. Okay, God bless you. Good night. Love you, huh?
So let's see if I can invite her this time. Looks like I can, guys. Oh, the original the whole reason we do the
We're
we're doing
doing
live
live
is
is because
um, we are
we are
talking about
talking
the
about the
art of
art of
transparency
transparency
tour.
tour.
Renee is
Renee is
born
born
as
as
well, so
well,
that's
so
why
that's why
she
she
came
came
in.
in.
Turn the
Turn the
volume
volume
down
down on your phone,
because I
because
think
I
that's
think
why
that's
we
why we
didn't have
didn't
it.
have
Um, so this
So
is
this is
Willa's
Willa's
day.
day.
She's
She's
going
going
to,
to,
oh my
oh my
goodness, if
goodness,
not
if
all,
not all,
most of
most
this
of this
tour
tour
city.
city.
Oh God,
Oh
we got
God, we
so
got so
many.
many.
Yeah. It's
So
So
Willa, you
Willa,
are
you are
starting
starting
this
this
with us
with us
and
and
tell
tell
us
us
a
a
little
little
bit
bit
about
about
you
you
and why
and
you
why you
chose
chose
to be
to
on
be
the
on
tour.
the tour.
okay. Can you hear me pretty good?
I
I
can. You
can. You
probably are not echoing.
Amen. Okay, so it's first of all, I want to apologize to you for all the technical difficulties. You
Oh,
know
that
where
was
I
oh,
me
that was
live.
me
yesterday.
yesterday.
You know where I live.
That was me
That was me
yesterday. I'm
yesterday.
right.
Okay, I turned the volume down, ladies. I'm sorry. How was that?
So do I
So do
need
I need
to
to
go
go
down?
down?
Is it still echoing?
Is it
Is it
echoing on
echoing
my
on my
end?
end?
No. Am I
Okay,
echoing?
Okay,
go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay. So, first of all, I want to say thank you, Deandra. First of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me to be a part of such an amazing, amazing opportunity. Um, quick observation, right quick. I actually prayed to God when my first book was published. You know, God, I don't know how to do a book tour. I want to go on a book tour. I want to go on a tour for my book. I want to do it for at least 8 months out the year, you know, to get some going, some buzz going about my book, and you know, just speak to a lot of people who've gone through similar situations, things of that such. I did not expound much in my book, but it's pinpointed to one particular location that happened in my life that allowed me to understand, you know, what abuse is. I I have been abused in the past, but it was, you know, on a totally different level. You know, finding out and understanding that mental abuse is really
The
bad.
word.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, I'm strong out. Ain't nobody abusing me. Do you see me? Look, don't let this 5'2" frame fool you. She a beast, okay? But you know, deep in my heart, you know, I was depressed. So I had asked God, you know, I said, you know, I'm a life coach. I want to be able to talk to other women, you know, who have gone through similar situations in their lives. You know, a lot of my abuse stemmed from childhood and it just escalated as I got older, but I never dealt with it. Cause I'm like, you know what, I don't have time for that. You know, I gotta do this and the third, keep it moving. So when I asked God and I prayed to God for a book tour, it never clicked until when we did the calendar launch that you are my answered prayer. It's so funny because I'm like, all we talked about was, you know, different places we're going on the tour. I'm paying you the invoices for the money. I'm getting my flights together. I'm getting my rental car together because some places I am driving. And then I just sat after we did the calendar launch. I sat at home and I was talking to my boo and I was telling him, I'm like, wow, this is so amazing to be in the presence of all of these awesome ladies. And I said, you know, that's when it clicked like, wait, this was my answered prayer. I'm going on a book tour. It's different cities throughout the world, throughout the nation, and I'm be able to tell my story. So I just broke down in tears. I broke down in tears, and I believe I texted you that night in the midst of my tear-stained text messages when I was spelling stuff wrong and telling you, hey, and it was just like, you know, he was just holding me and I'm trying to text you. I'm like, I have to tell her. I have to tell her, babe. Hold on. Wait, that's spelled wrong, but hold on. So again, you know, you are definitely a godsend. You're definitely what I've been praying for, because you have already set the foundation to what I've been asking for, because I didn't know personally how to go about doing a tour, but you set the foundation, and God sent you into my life to show me how to do it later on when I want to do it myself, which I probably won't have to, because you know, year after year, every time you say, hey, Will, are we going on tour? Okay, so I'll be at
Oh my God.
this one, this one, this one.
Yeah, the 2020 has already started to come in. The cities are coming in.
And that's
Wow.
awesome.
Um,
So I'm already on schedule.
This has been crazy. So how do you feel about Memphis? Renee and I are nervous. Deborah is a little bit nervous. So how are you feeling?
That's my face. Like, it's like almost 2 Fridays. It's like almost 8 days. I was like, okay, wait.
Ain't no 2 Fridays. Next Friday.
Like in 2 Fridays. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. This is ready. Am I ready? Okay, what I'm gonna wear? Jesus, I'm gonna wear this dress. No, I'm gonna wear this dress. Oh my God, I'm gonna wear these pants. Wait, hold on. I mean, it just like when we were 2 months out, I was like, oh yeah, you know, February.
We can.
Then I was like, January, oh yeah, what am I? Then when February came, I was like,
me too.
22 days.
I'm going to start. I took some stuff out of the closet to start packing, and it's just kind of hanging on the back of the door. But tomorrow and the rest of this week, I'm going to actually start putting stuff in the bag. like we are here. Because I leave Thursday morning, early Thursday morning, and then I'll come back early. Well, I'll start the journey early on Monday morning to come back. So
we're here morning, so we can get there Thursday night, get settled in, and then leave Sunday afternoonish, so we can get back. He has to go to work, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm leaving early Sunday, so I can get back, get my children. Another one of the ladies that was in the calendar launch is doing a book signing, so I really want to kind of get back and get to that. I didn't make her any promises, but I do know her book signing is that day. So, Kendria, no, you are not the only one that's on the tour without a book. There is some other people on the tour without a book. I just kind of happen to hook up with other authors that are doing what they do. When Renee started, she was not an author. She did have her book in mind. It was in process, but it was not a published book. So she has done amazing in just a short time. My computer is on mute.
Are you on Facebook on your computer too?
I am.
That could probably be it.
Okay, so I'll turn it on.
Yeah, because I actually closed my computer, so it wouldn't be interfering.
Did it sound better? No, because the computer's on. So we're not going to hold you guys long. So, what are you expecting to get out of the tour?
Well, for me, it's more so of being able to tell my story, being able to tell my truth. And it's part of the healing process. You know, yes, I went through a healing process before, but it's like every time you relieve that stress of those words, when those words come out of your mouth, it's like regurgitating the stuff that you've been holding in. So I'm just hoping that I touch someone else who's going through the same situation and don't understand why they can't feel the healing from it, or who don't know how to heal. That could be another, you know, because, you know, we as strong Black women, you know, we go through a lot. So we hold in a lot as well. So it's like, you know, I want to be able to be that voice. Hey, it's okay. You can scream, you can cry, you can holler. Let all of that out, because it's just an overwhelming feeling that needs to come out. You know, once you do that, you're clearing everything. It's like clearing your throat when you're coughing. You know? Once you give it all that crap, guess what? You feel great. Like, oh yes, regurgitate the bad.
You can. Wow. So we leave in a week.
Yes.
We got
We got an
exit.
exit. We're not gonna stay on too long.
With those that are in Memphis, around Memphis, come see us February 23rd. I said 24th yesterday, but it's actually the 23rd. That's Saturday. We start at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's just going to be an amazing event, and I don't think you should miss it. I really don't. With all the ladies on the tour, with all of the singers and performers that we have for you, just get there. Just get there. I got some tickets I'm going to give away on every Saturday. For those that's in and around Memphis. If you are not in and around Memphis, don't call me and don't ask for the tickets because you're not going to come. So I would rather give the tickets to somebody that is actually going to come because they can, because they're in that area. But other than that, what's the closing? What is it that you want to tell the people about you? And then we out here.
Well, just basically my tagline: live your life on purpose. Just understand that things we go through are for, it may not be for our purpose, but it is for a purpose. So just go through, be strong, and continue to move forward. So February 23rd, we will be in Memphis, Tennessee. Starting at 10 a.m. We'll actually be there on Friday, but we have a shelter to go to and minister to. And then on Saturday, we will be open to the public. We will be at the Hyatt Place, Primacy. It is in Memphis. We are staying at that hotel as well. So come see us. And we will see you guys on the 23rd of February. And I'll be back tomorrow with two of our guests. Day and who's coming tomorrow? Day and Chandra. It will be here tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow, same time, same place. Hopefully we don't have no technical difficulties because we've had them for 2 days in a row. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, everybody.